Hi guys, my name is LoveSequel. This is my channel where I do whatever the I want. So today, this video, first of all, I just took my hair out of a ponytail, so, you know, let me be free. We're gonna talk about the artist's way. I don't know, I mean, I'm pretty sure you've heard of this. Like, most of my creatives at this point have heard about it. It did get a lot of attention on TikTok. Maybe like a year or so ago, I did get the book. I was started and not finished, and I think the furthest I got was like week 2. But I was like, you know what, if I make content and like I record myself doing this and know that I have to post, it'll probably help me stay consistent. And then I got inspired when I saw an artist had done this some time ago. And so basically what this is to help you, guide you on a spiritual path to higher creativity. Okay, so it does require you to like journal and be very attentive to yourself and to tap in. And I love going deeper and deeper within myself, healing and learning more and more each and every time. So a few things that we'll talk about in week 1 is we tap into the shadow artist. We talk about your enemy within, core negative beliefs, your ally within, affirmative weapon, creative affirmations, task, and check-ins. Okay, I will tell you this. So one part of the thing was getting up every morning, and you had to do 3 pages of morning pages. 3, so that's you getting up, writing, and basically just like dumping everything that's out into your brain onto paper every morning. I did do it for a few days. I didn't do it every day in this format of like writing it down in a journal. I have different forms of waking up and like getting things out of my head. It does require me to write. It's just not in like long form journal. So for week 2, I will get back on it, but you have to do you have to do the morning pages, the entire program, and it's 12 weeks, right? Oh, child, I bought this book December 5th, 2022. Picked it back up December 18th, well, earliest, and then I picked it back up in December of this year. Okay, so recovering a sense of safety, you have your shadow artist. I'll just read to you just like, or let's see. So it says, week 1, this week initiates your creative recovery. You may feel both giddy and defiant, hopeful and skeptical. The readings, tasks, and exercises aim to allow you to establish a sense of safety, which will enable you to explore your creativity with far less fear. So there's different pieces in here, like some of us talking about like protecting the artist within the child, or protecting the artist child within, your enemy within, your core negative beliefs. And also, like, I don't know if this was part of the thing, but like one of the examples or one of the situations is she wrote out like a list of commonly held negative beliefs, and then I responded back to those with my own like positive reinforcement. So like, for an example, some of them says, I don't have good enough ideas, and I was like, I have an abundance of ideas, which is true. If you my friend, you know I'm always like, yo, we should do this. Yo, we can make money off of this. Yo, what if we took this and did this? What if we... The negative belief says, I will find out I am gay if straight. And I said, I might be. Like, that's okay. I will feel too angry. And I responded back, but I need to release / transmute. So I just did that as my way of also kind of just like talking to myself and seeing like what kind of things would I be worried about or would trigger me. Task. Every morning, set your clock 1 hour. Every morning, set your clock 1/2 hour early. Get up and write 3 pages of long-handed stream of conscious morning writing. Do not reread these pages or allow anyone else to read them. Ideally, stick these pages in a large manila folder or hide them somewhere. I just kept them in this notebook. I won't go back and read them. And then another assignment was about like time traveling. So it says, let's go back. You take yourself on an artist date, and you do this every week for the duration of the course. A sample artist date is take $5 and go to your local 5 and dime, buy silly things like gold stickers, tiny dinosaurs, some postcards, sparkly, la 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 la. You might even give yourself a gold star, whatnot. So I did take myself on a date, and also part of my artist date was I got a coloring book and some markers. And that's actually been something that's been very like just relaxing for me. I've also ended up on the coloring side of TikTok, so I'm like, it's about time to wind down. Color the sounds of marker going against the paper, A smart. It's just, you know, I don't know, something about the sensors. So anyways, next one, time travel. List 3 old enemies of your creative self-worth. Please be as specific as possible in this exercise. Your historic monsters are building the blocks to your core negative beliefs. So anytime, anywhere, any point, right? No matter how young or old or whatever. My 3, one of them is someone who told me years ago, and I remember this, being in the car and like playing around, having fun, and then I remember them saying something to me of just like how I would be in the background, like, oh, like, yeah, you'd be really good in the background. And I was like, why would you even why'd you even say that, you know? So I was like, okay. And that's something and someone, like, I won't ever forget that. I don't hold it against them because I don't think they meant it that way, but maybe they did. I don't know. See, that's the thing with me. I gotta it was just a really weird thing to like say, very weird, very random. And I was just like, I'm gonna keep doing that forever because is that what you want me? That was one of them. Another one is an old friend that I'm not friends with anymore, but in our friendship, I did not ever really feel supported by them. And also with that, like, I feel like they didn't. Here's the thing too, I didn't ever take it just personally. I didn't take it personally because to me the person's mind is very tiny, and so like they only view art a certain way and only certain things were considered art to them. And I was like, and I don't think they considered my field of creativity art. Mind you, I have many talents and many skills, okay, but the main one that I do, I don't think they ever considered that as art. And I didn't take it offensively, but I was just like, noted. Also, they just weren't supportive. The only times they ever really did support me or my craft was when it had something to do with them and pushing their stuff, okay? And then, hold on, I gotta look at my notebook because actually, that's what I'm saying, like these people, I didn't really take it personally. I was kind of like, this says a lot about you. It says way more about you than it do about me. Yeah, those are really the only 2 that I had. I really tried to think of some more enemies. I mean, I guess I could like say the people that try to say like art isn't a career and stuff like that, you know, and it's like, yeah, but everything you look at every damn day is a piece of art. Someone had to create that. Like, okay, cut the TV off, turn your phone off, let's take all the graphics away, let's take all the commercials, let's take all the shows you watch, let's take all the jewelry that you wear, let's take all the clothes that you, like, what are you talking about? There's people who are passionate about creating these things and designing these things. Those are forms of art. Anyways, you see how people, they about to make me get to, and also the people that are really judgmental about art too, because I don't like people that are extremely judgy about art and say that art has to be like this. Who said that you can decide what art has to be like? Or are you just mad because you can't step out of your own brain and create something outside of the box without someone telling you what it has to look like? Anyways, so the next one is time traveling. So you have the time travel, select and write out a horror story from your Monster Hall of Fame. You do not need to write long or much, just jot down whatever the details were. Which is basically like kind of what I was talking about right here with the, I did write like where I was when the person was trying to tell me that I like should be in the background or whatever. The next one is write a letter to the editor in your defense. Mail it to yourself. It's great fun to write this letter in your voice. So I did write the letter. I didn't mail it to myself. I guess I could, but I didn't write the letter. I mean, I didn't mail it. I did write the letter. The next one is time travel again. So list 3 old champions of your creative self-worth. I do feel like I have people that were more, I could look at more so as champions. And, okay, and it's interesting because like additionally we're adding a new person. And so, okay, one of them is my teacher from high school, Mr. Nick. He is someone that I feel like he did not ever belittle my forms of creativity. He didn't ever make me feel like I didn't understand anything or make me feel stupid. He was always very encouraging. He was very also like informative. He is a really good teacher, and I feel like he saw my passion, he saw me, he saw how much I care about being in the film and television industry and photography and all stuff, whatever. He saw that, and I feel like he nurtured it, and I appreciate him so much for that, and I will always remember that and appreciate that. I feel some tears coming. And another person is someone who I don't want to mention, but like, if you know, you know. But this person has always been there, has always been supportive, has always spoken life and love into me, and I don't want to mention them because I just feel like they're mine. So the other person recently is someone who's come into my life in a place where I've been very communicative with God about aligning my skills with my life purpose, and it's my pastor. And my pastor said something to me recently, actually during this week of when I was taking her photos. She looked at me and she was like, she gave me a compliment about like working with me and how fun it is. And then she said, she was like, look, and she was like, is that you? Your smile. And I don't know why that just felt so deep, because it felt like she wasn't looking at this smile. It felt like she was looking at like my heart like lighting up, and like how happy it makes me to be using my skills towards something that just feels like it, to me, like photography and videography, like it's so beautiful because I'm also being allowed to be in these special moments with people, or in vulnerable moments with people, like in these spaces where I can capture their essence and save that moment for them forever. And yeah, I feel like she just really saw me, and I appreciate when people can see me. Ooh, Jesus, the tears. I appreciate when people can see me, and I'm not always happy, and I'm not always bubbly and over the top and all that stuff, but like, because that's important too, right? To be able to see people and love them, highs and lows or mellows, all those things. But like for her to see me, that just, it felt very like her touching. I'm gonna move on. And so with that, I also wrote some of the things that they said to me and like the stuff that I remember that's just very encouraging. I have way more, what are they called? Champions, creative champions, than I do enemies. And I'm grateful for that too. Because like I said, a lot of times when people are saying stuff to you, especially when they're being like nasty, it's usually projection. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's why I'm like, hey, you nothing to get in my mind to fuck me up. So yeah, so I said, talk about, write down encouraging words. Even if you don't believe the compliment, like it's just saying write all the things down. So then another one is, and it's saying that you can like take the compliments and write them and put them somewhere so that you can remember them. And I have no clue what my hair looks like. I literally took it out of the ponytail and then went about my life. So then another one is to time travel and select and write out one happy piece of encouragement. Write a thank you letter, mail it to yourself, or to the long lost mentor. I'm gonna mail mine. Alright. I did not mail it, but I am gonna mail mine. Imaginary lives. Here is where it says, if you had 5 other lives to lead, what would you do in each of them? And so they give some examples: a cowhand, a monk, a psychic, scuba diver, a cop, blah blah blah. All these things. Write them down. Whatever occurs you, jot it down. Don't overthink this exercise. The point of this, the point of these lives is to have fun in them. And then it says look over the list, select one, and then do it. And I do have many things that I would love to do, probably in this life, to be honest with you. And let me find it. I have to go through my morning pages. Oh, I did do one of them. I'm not going to share what they are. You'll just have to see in my journey of life. You'll just have to see. But this was actually really great. Sorry. And so then like, there was another one where you had to like write out all the affirmations, and these affirmations are beautiful. Like one of the affirmations, for example, says, "There's a divine plan of goodness for me." I feel that in my spirit. Another one says, "I am a channel for God's creativity, and my work comes to good." So I did, it's 20 affirmations. I wrote all the affirmations out. Take your artist for a walk. The two of you a brisk 20-minute walk and dramatically alter your consciousness. I do go for my walks, and also I try to get up in the morning. Like when I wake up and them eyes fly open, I like to step outside. And I am 100% a look at the sky, look at the moon, look at those stars, look at the sun. Oh my gosh, I'm very much that person. So I do like to go outside day, night, whenever, and go look. So for the check-ins, every week, if you are running your creative week Sunday to Sunday, mine are not Sunday to Sundays, do your check-ins the day before. Remember that this recovery is yours, mine, what you think is important. And you may want to do check-ins in your morning page notebook. It's best to answer by hand and allow about 20 minutes to respond. The purpose of check-ins is to give you a journal for your creative journey. It is my hope that you will later share the tools with others, and in doing so find your own notes invaluable. Yes, I was mad in week 4. I love week 5. La la la. So how many days this week did you do your morning pages? 7 out of 7. We always hope. House experience. I did not. I think I missed 2 days. Either missed 2 or 3 days. Being forced and told I have to do it makes it a little difficult for me, especially sometimes like just waking up. But I enjoy journaling. I have many notebooks full of journals, so lots of different journals for different reasons. I enjoy journaling. I love getting my thoughts out, and honestly it helps me mentally a lot. There's like a billion thoughts going through my mind. A good example, do y'all know this song? So that's what I feel like my head sounds like all the time. Writing helps it sound it's just more calmer. So that's the only way I can explain it. Did you do your artist date this week? Yes, I did. And yet artist dates can be remarkably difficult to allow yourself. What did you do and how did it feel? I told y'all what my artist date was already, and it felt great. And honestly, it's something that I do for myself quite often in different forms. I'm very big on taking myself out, pampering myself, dating myself, loving myself, giving myself the things that I expect other people to give me as well. It feels good to me. Were there any other issues this week that you considered significant for your recovery? Describe them. I don't think there were any other issues. I just think I need to be more devoted, and then I won't have a issue with the whole that's my ice machine, and you know, with the morning pages. So I plan to do better for this coming week with my morning pages. Let's hope. I can tell y'all I missed less days. Week 2 is about recovering a sense of identity. So I'll see y'all next week. Week 2. Because I'm going to do it. Okay, bye y'all. I gotta go.